earlier you had mentioned when you were younger, you wish that you had known what the mind is about. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. The difference between the conscious
Yes.
and the subconscious mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, with all the parents or anybody watching right now, what is the important thing to know about the mind, and how can knowing those things help with these negative thoughts that block our
Yeah. So just
manifestations?
remember that the 90%, if not more, of your negative thoughts are coming from your subconscious fears.
So,
Okay.
fears that you're not even aware of?
Fears that you're not even aware of that were put on you by other
Parents,
people, family, society, teachers, you know what,
anxious parents, and so
everybody.
on. Okay.
Hmm. So, and we have 4 basic fear modalities. We have the fear of success, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, and then the fear of loss of control.
Oh, that fear of rejection is huge for a
That's
lot of
huge.
people.
That's huge. And depending on if you're more of what I call a right brain or an extroverted personality style, that's more fear of rejection that we deal with. If you're more of a left brain analytical style, then you're feeling more of a fear of loss of control. You know,
Mm.
fear of success is procrastination. It's not it's not that you don't think you can do it, you just don't think you may do it very well. Fear of failure is perfectionism, which means you've done your best, but your best could have been a little bit better. So you got an A, why didn't you get an A plus on the test? So, but you're not born with this. So you had to hear it and learn it from somebody. So if you have these negative thoughts that come into your mind, I'd love to do this or have this or experience this, and then that negative thought comes in, oh, well, you know, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, you'll never amount to anything, it's not possible. That is your subconscious program.
Program.
That's your subconscious mind. And what is it doing? It's just trying to keep you safe because you've not experienced it before. Or if you have experienced it and then something happened and something went wrong, then it's going to latch onto that and say, oh, well, remember what happened last time you got that brand new car. Well, somebody stole it. Oh, you got in a crash a couple days later. Oh, you know, it broke down. So that is in there. Our mind focuses on the negatives 10 times more than the positives.
Oh my goodness. Why do you
Some say
think
more
that
than
is?
that because that's what society is. That's what sells in society.
Sells in society.
Negativity sells. Fear sells. Turn on the TV, watch your commercials.
Instagram, social media is a classic example.
Pay attention.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're supposed to use it to help us grow, but it's doing the opposite nowadays. It's killing today's society, the generation. It's horrible.
And, you know, every generation's going to say the same thing. Oh, that generation before,
Yeah.
well, we were perfect. And then the
Yeah.
next generation, oh, what happened when they were in the, 2024? Oh, there was a terrible generation. So it's evolution. It's how society works. It's how this planet works. But I want people to be more consciously in control of their subconscious mind and their subconscious programming, meaning catch yourself when those negatives come up. Just ask yourself, is this coming from my conscious mind? Is this a reality? Is this really true? Or is this a subconscious fear? Is it a fear of success, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of loss of control? Which one of those 4 is it?
Does it matter?
No.
Is there a different approach for each?
Sure. Well, if you're having a fear of rejection, so what would that be? What are people thinking about me? What are my friends going to say? What would my family say if
Shame,
I actually did that? So that's
right?
more shaming, blaming.
Yeah.
So it's more personal.
Personal.
Fear of loss of control is I'm not in charge of my life. If this happens, I'm not going to be in control or in charge of my life. So it's a little bit more internal. So it's external versus internal. So just check the thought and ask yourself, is this a fact?
Wow.
I'll never be able to amount to anything, really. Is that truly a fact? My favorite is, I have no confidence. So when clients come in to see me and they say, I have low confidence or I have no confidence, I sit there and I say, well, that's not even possible. Well, I don't have any confidence. And I say, well, did you get in your car and get on the freeway here in Los Angeles and drive across town to come into my office? And they say, well, yes. Said, how did you have the confidence to get in the car, which is probably the most dangerous vehicle on the planet, get on our freeway, drive in rush hour traffic, not get hit, not run anybody over, arrive at my office, park, find my office, walk up the stairs without falling down, and now you're sitting right here, but you have no confidence. So that's not a true statement. That's not a true belief.